It's insane when you think about
Japan.
Yeah, Japan got crazy dudes doing out there that can't even speak the language of the music that they cut up. But you watch them, you know, big shout to Coco from Japan, gets busy with the 45s. Yeah, right, exactly.
I follow him. He be getting it in.
It just goes to show that DJing is a discipline that transcends culture, race, class. Doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't really matter what kind of gear you use. I'm really big on helping the younger generation that's being ushered into this game understand that, yes, it's great to DJ on a controller and use a, you know, $4,000 laptop, but it's not necessarily necessary. You know, you could DJ on vinyl analog equipment. It's about where your heart's at and understanding music and tapping into your creativity, whatever kind of gear that you use. But when you think about where DJing has come from, that it went from being this thing that black kids, underprivileged inner city kids did because they needed to exercise their creativity and probably couldn't afford to pay for a drum kit or pay for lessons on how to play bass, right? Grew up in the slums of the Bronx, New York City in the 1970s, and then took this energy and let it sort of like manifest itself in a creative way on turntables, a piece of equipment that when you think about it wasn't meant to be scratched on or manipulated in any way. A turntable is meant for you to put a needle on a piece of vinyl and then walk away from it and enjoy the music. And you have these inner city black kids that are saying, no, I'm going to turn this into my instrument because I don't have access to a bass guitar or a drum kit or keyboard. You know what I mean? Like when you think about that, it's humbling and it really puts in perspective where we're at now with DJing. DJing is the most popular aspect of being a musician. More than rapping, more than producing, more than dancing, everybody wants to be a DJ now.
The DJ is the most like dominant.
DJs are the bridge between the audience and the artist, to be completely honest. You know, I don't mince words and I'm very direct. When you think about the first decade of hip hop, it wasn't called hip hop. There was no name for it. It was just young black and Latino kids getting together.
The B-boys and
the B-boys, the B-girls, the MCs, the graffiti writers, the DJs, putting together park jams, fixing up abandoned apartments and throwing parties inside them, taking cardboard from a Crazy Eddie store that a refrigerator was boxed in,
refrigerator boxes,
ripping up the cardboard, walking it over to someone's block and then dancing on pavement.
Y'all so lucky.
We are lucky. We are lucky because we got to experience not by watching,
not the money.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, right, we got to experience something happen organically for no other reason but to be creative. Not because dudes were thinking about making $1 million or going viral. It was people that were poor, marginalized, wanting to be heard